Having recently released, the Elden Ring is one of the rare cases where a game meets the players' unreasonable expectations pre-release. The largely positive reception to the game was a good change compared to the other overhyped releases. You know, like the recent Battlefield 2042, or Cyberpunk, or Anthem. Starting with my main computer, using an i5 7500 Vega 56, 8GB of RAM, the game ran pretty much flawlessly at max settings, getting around 50 FPS average with 21% loss, and of course 60 maximum as the game has a 60 FPS cap. I did suffer from a stuttering issue often brought up by PC players, as you can see with those 1% lows. However, the game was still very playable. While the game runs well on this setup, once I take out the GPU, the story changes. The game wasn't necessarily unplayable, however the framerate was quite low, and not the most enjoyable. Running at the lowest settings with a resolution of 800 by 600, the game during the open world ran at 16 FPS average, 1% loss of 5 and a maximum of 40. Now as I said, the game may be playable at that framerate, but that's provided you can actually see the enemies. Running on Intel HD, the game just doesn't render enemies unless you run next to them, and it leads to situations like this, where I just get killed from like nowhere. Now, I would have liked to try much more hardware than this, but I don't own that many computers. I did try running that on a Fermi GPU, the GTX 560 Ti, but unfortunately the drivers are kinda broken on the graphics card, and it went end of life just as I had DirectX 12, so it never got fixed. I also tried another computer, one with a G4560, and a single stick of 4GB of RAM, but the drivers seemed really broken on that computer. No matter which version I tried, the game just crashed with a white screen. Overall, the game's performance is pretty good. On a mid-range computer, everything just plays fine, but when we get to the low end, everything just breaks, whether it's a driver issue or just not being able to see the enemies. The game isn't really playable. This may get fixed with future driver updates and game updates, but as it is right now, this hardware is just not supported.